Welcome back to Hard Water Propagation. This is Nick, and today we're heading to south central Wisconsin to visit the fish room of the one and only Branton Lightcap. We first met Branton and his family at the Wisconsin Fish Fam Picnic this past summer, and I kind of propositioned almost everybody there to do a fish room tour. We're really hoping this is the first of many of the Wisconsin Fish Fam fish room tours to come. Willow was quick to welcome us in and show us around.
Give me some kisses. Jeff, can you suck your banana horse?
Whoa! She also decided that she'd be filming today too for her YouTube channel.
Okay, I'm filming.
Yeah. Okay.
We're started?
Yep.
Where are we and what are we doing today?
We're having a tour of our fish tank that we have here. I paused.
You paused?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're gonna get started. We are at the home of the one, the only Branton Lightcap and Willow. Bare Bottom Branton, the Bare Bottom household. And we are going to do a fish house tour today.
I'm actually really excited because nobody has ever come and filmed my tanks before. So it'd be kind of neat. Nobody's really ever even like come and looked at them, like just, so besides my family.
And families don't care that much.
Yeah.
well, thank you for the honor of being the first to come and do the tour.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get started with this first tank. What are we looking at here?
This is a tank I've had for quite some time. It's got to be at least 10 years old. It's been through a move, so it's moved from across town over here. It's a 65 tall.
65 tall. You don't see these very often.
And it's been around for a long time. There's all kinds of fish in here. Got the green Aeneas cories, black mollies. Got some random like bent back female guppies that are living out their life in here. The Bozeman rainbows, Bozeman, however you want to say it.
Yeah, they're beautiful. Look how dark.
Yeah.
That one's dark. Been dark the entire time we've been here.
Yeah, so those bigger ones are the females. I recently lost my male to old age, so that's that little guy right there. He's kind of gonna take his spot.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, there's purple Harlequin West Boras, black neon tetras, blue Hawaiian Variatus platies. There's a bunch of common bristlenose plecos swimming around in here. There's actually two Pictus cats that live in here. You got the Amazon spotted puffer down there, the Congo spotted puffer. I'm trying to think of what else is in here. Oh, the long fin black skirt tetras. Those guys are old.
Yeah, Jennifer saw him right away.
Yeah.
She's got a school of those.
Very old.
Not long.
Not long fin though.
Yeah.
Those seem to be hardy tetras.
Yeah.
Ours have lasted a long time.
Yeah.
And I got those when they were babies.
There's pearl danios. There's one lamb chop rasbora, and there's some harlequin rasboras in there. Just a real big mix of fish. There is a lot of fish in there, but I do, the water quality is superb for how many fish are actually in this tank. There's two big canisters underneath, two Eheims that filter this tank. I got the Marine Land that I've had forever on the back, still kicking. That thing is old. I got a sponge in the tank. I mean, that heavily planted. A lot of fish in a small tank, but it's really cool if you can pull it off as long as you keep up with the water quality, because there's just always something to look at in this tank.
Now, you use city water?
Yeah, all city.
City water.
Yep.
So what's your ritual? Do you treat your water first, or how do you do your water changes?
Honestly, when I do a water change, I just take it out, I put it in, and I add my safe as it's filling back up, and that's about it. I haven't had any issues. If I'm shipping fish and I'm trying to have fresh water, it's a little different. It's not so instant. I'll do the same routine. I'll fill a bucket, I'll treat it with safe, but I'll let it air out for a few days. I guess just in case, age it a little bit.
And what's your tap water? Is it soft, hard, high TDS, low TDS?
It is hard. It comes out anywhere from like 7.8 to 8.2 depending.
Okay.
I got 15 degrees, like 12 to 15 degrees, both KH and GH. Very hard.
Yeah.
And then the TDS last time I checked was right around 150, 200.
Okay.
If I'm remembering correctly, it's been so long since I've actually checked the TDS. Yeah, and see, I've tested the tap water multiple times over the years, and multiple times a year. Every once in a while, I like to check it, but I never get a positive chlorine reading, so I don't know what's going on with that. But I still treat every time, regardless. I mean, if there's new water going in, why not?
Right.
Yeah, so if you guys can see on this black molly here, once in a while they get like this weird spotting on them that looks like ick, and maybe it is. I'm not really sure. I've treated this tank with all kinds of meds to try and get it to go away, but it just doesn't, and it's only on the black mollies. It's almost like a stress ick, because I mean, it'll, they could have it and then it'll be gone. It'll be gone by the night, and I don't understand it. It doesn't jump to any of the other fish, and yeah, I guess I don't get it.
Yeah, and we have something similar with our black angelfish. So it might be, if anybody's watching and knows the answer to this, are black fish more susceptible, or do they show ick spots?
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
Spots?
I don't know. Maybe they just show it easier, so it's like absolutely noticeable when they have it, compared to like, a fish that has, I guess, not just black, and the white kind of blends in with anything that's not black. I mean, black is like the only color it doesn't.
It's totally possible, right?
Yeah, but
it's like a dirty car.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I mean, it comes and goes, and it's usually just like one fish at a time that, like, I don't know, maybe that big female has been getting picked on by the males, and she's just kind of stressed out. That's typically when I see it pop up, is when the females get harassed by the males.
That makes
Are
sense.
you guys filming?
Yes, baby. So yeah.
I'm filming too.
All right. What do we have here?
So in this tank, it's a 10-gallon. It's on a 20-gallon stand. The 20-gallon that used to be on there needs a reseal, but it's just a 10-gallon tank. I've got the Crocodon Los Pinos.
Okay.
So there's a pair of those in here.
Those are from our friend Ed, right?
Yes, those are from Mr. Ed Moats.
Mm-hmm.
They're in here somewhere.
They're shy.
Yeah.
Is it just one pair, or how many do you have in there?
Yeah, it's just the one pair. They're like inseparable. It's actually really cute.
There they are.
Yeah, they just swim around together. There's actually a school of pygmy cories in here too, so that may have been what you.
I think that's what I'm saying are the cories.
What you're seeing is the pygmy cories.
Yeah, they are.
But yeah, the female is real big. There's some shrimp in here too, as playthings for the
for the Crocodon.
Crocodons,
yes.
Yeah.
Ed did tell me that they would happily eat any shrimplets.
Yeah. So I don't know, maybe they're kind of naturally feeding them when I'm not, because the adults seem to be okay. It's just I never see any babies.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, there's some big Amano shrimp in there. Actually, some really big Amano shrimp.
Yeah, I saw the one right back there.
Yeah. Yeah, there are so many. I mean, it's a 10-gallon. It's a small tank, but there are so many places to hide in this tank.
Oh yeah, yeah. I love the small hang-on backs that you have on some of these tanks. I
Yeah.
really do prefer hang-on backs over the sponges, but sponges are just so easy.
Yeah, I like the hang on back for they polish the water a lot better in my opinion. So I guess this tank being in public view of anybody that comes over, I just wanted the water quality, I guess the water column to be as clear as possible.
Yeah.
That way people aren't like, ew, look at that tank.
Oh, they are beautiful.
Yeah, they're really pretty. They're a lot of fun to watch too.
Yeah. Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, good days don't get enough love.
No.
For that natural beauty.
Yep. It's one of our missions.
Yeah.
Normalize the Goodyear, normalize the Lemia.
Yeah. All right, so these are the bedroom tanks. These are like at the foot of the bed here. 2 little 5 gallons that have my Bloody Mary shrimp colonies and my blue velvet shrimp colonies. I don't know, just fun tanks to have in the bedroom. Shrimp tanks, they're really chill, relaxed. There's a couple of Amanos, smaller Amanos in there, and then the yellow tiger Endler. He's just kind of in there as a, I don't know, a fish. He's just chilling. He's fun to. I guess my thought behind it was pest control, but I don't think anything in any of my tanks really work as pest control because they just get fed way too well.
So I always see you having beautiful shrimp on the auctions and everything. Yeah. So is there anything you do different with your shrimp tanks?
Not really. I mean, I just keep them like any of my other fish tanks. A lot smaller foods, obviously, but yeah, nothing special.
No RO water or anything like that?
Not for the Neos. The Neos don't need it. They actually really like the city tap water we have here, so they do very well. No molting issues. You can see that there's also blackworms in both of these tanks.
Yeah.
If you can see the little guys squirming at the bottom.
Do the shrimp eat those?
They might.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
at least dead ones.
Yeah, well, I've been told too that if they grab them and start to eat, sometimes that they can almost help multiply them by because
if they break them.
Yeah, because they can reproduce segmentation. And, so yeah. But they're just kind of nice to keep the substrate, I guess, aerated.
Sure.
They can get into every nook and cranny that the shrimp can't, because I do feed all my tanks very heavily. I like making sure everything is fed and happy.
How often do you do water changes, or do you do water changes more frequently with your shrimp tanks?
It's like once a month, maybe. I do 50% water changes.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, the shrimp tanks aren't. I mean, the water parameters aren't getting too crazy. They don't have a very large bioload, and I am feeding a lot, but that, feeding a lot to shrimp is relative to shrimp. It's not like I'm, feeding my 60-gallon tank. I'm not feeding these 5-gallon tanks like I am my 60-gallon tank.
Right.
It's but yeah, they seem to do fine. Once a month, 50% change.
Do you find it easier for shrimp in the smaller tanks in general?
Yes and no. I like the shrimp in the smaller tanks. It's easier for culling purposes because there's not a lot of spots. Well, I mean, in these tanks they can hide, but
Yeah.
I left, the open areas in the front, and that's the only spot that I'll, feed a wafer or something like that. I mean, they get powdered foods occasionally, but it makes it easier to cull. The big tanks, I feel like they breed a lot faster, like more frequently, and I don't know why that is. I mean, they just seem to be a lot faster in a bigger tank than they do in the small tanks.
Huh. Interesting.
But yeah, in the blue velvet tank, there's a little colony of chili rasboras. Yeah, they're really cool. No heaters on in these tanks right now. They're sitting
almost
at like
done.
68. So I don't know if anybody's keeping chili rasboras cold, but they do not seem to mind. There is the heater in the tank, but they're not plugged in. This year I'm not plugging in the heaters in here. So this would be the first year they have gone cold.
Okay.
But so far it's been fine. I know the tank on the right doesn't need it. I mean that endler can go cold. The shrimp do not mind the cold at all. I don't think the snails care, nor do the blackworms. The only reason I had heaters in these tanks was for the chilies. So I'm just kind of seeing, if they'll be okay, I guess, without it.
Yeah.
Big ol' there's a nearite, yeah, the horned clethon.
Yeah.
I can't remember if I got one in the other tank or not, but they do a good job at the green stuff that likes to grow on the glass. There is an assassin snail in each tank as well.
Nice.
Floating around somewhere. Yeah, you can see they're not doing a very a good job. But
I didn't find my assassin snails were very effective either.
yeah, no. Yeah, a lot of lava rock piles on these. I find the rock piles work really well for shrimp. I like the lava rock because there's a lot of little cracks and crevices, whether it be the babies hiding or, surface area for biofilm and stuff that the shrimp like to eat. Saswasser tang, if you don't have any Saswasser tang, that is like the best shrimp plant, I think. I really enjoy the Saswasser tang.
Nice. I know the crocodons like it a lot as well. They hide right up in there and lay underneath it.
Yep.
So with the last tank we looked at in these two tanks, with all the plants, do you just kind of toss your spare plants in there and let it grow up, or are you specific about the plants you're throwing in a tank like this?
This tank, yeah, I like the guppy grass and the hornwort in there just to strictly for like nutrient, I guess, uptake.
Sure.
The Saswasser tang is not going to do your heavy lifting at all.
Yeah, that's a really slow grower for me.
Yeah, I mean, it can grow fast, I guess, under CO2, but so does everything. And yeah, so these actually need to be cleared out a little bit. They usually aren't this overgrown, but I've got a swap coming up on the 9th, so I'm trying to not. Typically, I'll just pull it out and throw it away.
Yeah.
But if I can share it at the swap, I'd like to. So I've been kind of lackadaisical on pulling out plants.
Oh, jeepers. Willow's tank.
Willow's tank.
So
Okay.
This would be Willow's tank. Willow, I don't know if you want to come talk about your fish? But yeah, these are 3 2.5 gallons that I've got set up on your way upstairs to the fish room. So just kind of, they sit right next to the TV. It's like a nice little display kind of. My goal was to make it kind of look like it was well planned and
Intentional?
Yeah, intentional is definitely the right word.
Today, this is my tank for little baby fish.
What kind of fish is it, baby?
It's a betta.
Okay.
And what we're going to be doing, we're going to be filming the words in you. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. And then I got put some color things in rock.
Yeah, they glow in the dark too.
Yeah, and I got crystal. And then I'll see something cool. So what's in it? And then it's kind of blue.
Ooh.
That is cool.
But yeah, so Tristan, he breeds betta splendens. I believe this is it's an avatar betta, and he had a big old pond of them out in the. Get that.
I love it. Hi, buddy.
But yeah, he had a big old pond of them, you know, growing out, and Willow, our previous betta, our PetSmart betta, had passed. And you know, developed all the tumors and every typical you know, big box store betta. So went to Tristan and got one of these. Willow had picked out the smallest betta that anyone's probably ever sold before, and now it's actually like quadrupled in size and
Still tiny.
yeah, and it's still very small. So we're, you know,
I love it.
from start to finish with this guy.
Cool.
And then I know I said these were 2.5s, and this is a betta and a 2.5. It's all the betta shamers out there.
Fish police. This is the man to send your hate mail to.
I mean,
I think that betta looks pretty content in that tank right there.
I think the people you should be after are the people that keep a 2.5 with a SpongeBob house in it, and you know, this is yeah. This
With
is
the bubbling treasure chest.
yeah. This is a nice you know. I try and provide the interactive environment. So in here, this was Lily's tank, and it's got a Stiphodon goby in it somewhere. We had a scarlet batis in here. The scarlet batis has since passed. There's a coal colony of shrimp in here, some snails, big old Mattis Swasser-tang, which I love. I think I popped a mystery. Yeah, there's a mystery snail back there too. But the if you can see the goby, he's right there. He loves. Oh, he just jet.
I saw it.
Yeah, that's his rock. He perches on that rock constantly.
This one?
Over here, this is Nicole's first puffer. So she's got the spotted Congo puffer now, but this is Perry, the pea puffer. He likes to hide. So he is hard to see. He is back here in his little,
yeah,
yep,
I
there he
see
is.
him.
His little hideout.
I see him.
But as you can tell by the substrate that has now become solely snail shells, he has put in the work.
That's and you're just sourcing those from all your other tanks and throwing
Yep.
them in there.
Yep.
I'm guessing you're not having to buy any snails.
No, I don't have to buy snails. Not yet anyways. That might change. We've had the Congo puffer for a couple weeks now, so that may change. I don't know. So this is Scoots. She's our Russian tortoise. We've had her now for 4 years, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, she's a lot of fun. It's getting cold now, and her being by these windows, they kind of go into
Hibernation.
yeah, they go into like a slight hibernation in the wintertime.
Yeah.
But,
How big do those get?
honestly, I don't think much bigger than that.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know a whole lot about how tortoises grow. They may grow their entire life, and it just slows down dramatically to the point where, like, you know, maybe once it's 100 years old, you'll notice a slight,
Yeah.
you know, growth.
Yeah.
But I don't think they get much bigger than that. All right, so in here, whether or not you'll be able to see them, I don't know, but I have a colony of Daisy's rice fish that have been actually, community breeding in here for me. Not the best tub rice fish because they are a little bit darker.
Yeah.
I
could see them. I see them breathing.
But yeah, there's a bunch of them in there. I get little babies all the time. They love laying their eggs in the pearlweed mats. Seems to be a really nice plant for rice fish.
How big of tubs are those?
These are 21 gallons from Menards.
Nice.
Yep, they cost like $10 a piece.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I think the Wisconsin Fish Fam should be funded and sponsored by Menards.
Yeah.
Just the amount of Menards buckets that appear in our videos, I think, is good enough advertisements.
The tub to the right is actually the new addition. That I set up at the beginning of the week, this last week.
Oh, okay.
And that's eventually going to be a grow out to some of the fish I have upstairs. I've got some glitter galaxy widefin medaka that are absolutely gorgeous, and I figure I'd grow them out in that.
So what do you got? Some pearlweed in there?
Yeah, pearlweed, guppy grass, frog bit on the top, the duckweed that I've been steadily, trying to get out of the tank. But yeah, it's like you can see that little guy right there. You can see their eyes real well.
Oh yeah, that's about all you can see.
Yeah, that's a little guy there. But yeah. Yep, bunch of rocks and wood in the bottom.
Yeah, I saw that.
And with these, do you just get your numbers up and then you go to Tristan's and sell them? Or what do you do with your stock?
I actually haven't sold Tristan any of the daisies yet.
Okay.
But in specific, yeah, if Tristan does need something that I have that he's interested in, then yeah, he gets a good majority of my excess. The auctions have been a good outlet for getting rid of some extra stuff.
Sure.
And with I guess as more and more I publicize myself as having fish, kind of word of mouth has been really good as well. This is the tub tank. I see a lot of people using these tubs as fish tanks, and I just decided that I wanted one, so I got one. And, I mean, they don't work out too bad. I mean, they're
the same concept.
Yeah.
Hold water.
Yeah, they're fine.
They hold water.
But I got a group of SCW01 hill stream loaches in here that I'm hoping to eventually have breeding. There's a colony of blue dream shrimp, and then I've got a guppy, I guess you could call it a guppy line that I'm trying to work on. One that I'm making from a red Vienna line that I had.
These guys are here?
Yeah, so that male popped out with like a full leopard pattern, and then that tail is just gorgeous.
The tail is insane.
Yeah. So I've got their first batch of babies. They're actually in here. They're starting to get of size, so I'm curious to see what they kind of look like, and I look forward to trying to get more that look like that that male would be nice.
I could sit and just watch shrimp like all day, just watch shrimp.
Yeah, I really like shrimp. Shrimp are in pretty much every tank I have. They're a lot of fun, and they're good little cleaners.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so this is most of the tanks up here are 10 gallons. I really like the 10 gallons. They're easy to maintain. If set up right, you can actually keep quite quite a good amount of fish in a 10-gallon comfortably. Obviously, you have to keep up with the water changes. But yeah, in this one here, I've got my pair of green dragon bristlenose short fins, and they're actually just had a spawn recently. You can probably see some little guys floating around in there. It's a Metallicus, I forget the scientific name for them, but the black chin live bears are the fish swimming up top. Got a school of albino cories in there as well, from David Elfish. They have yet to breed for me, so we'll see if he sent me sterile fish or not.
Yeah, sounds like something Dave would do.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's sterile.
But yeah, everything else in the tank is breeding.
So, did you acquire 10 gallons one at a time? Did you buy a bunch new? Did you get a bunch used?
I actually got all the tanks up here at the same time. I got them used from the Milwaukee Aquarium, or the Madison Aquarium Society, before they had disbanded.
Oh wow!
They were just leftover tanks from a show that they did. I want to say they were from the last Cataclysm. So me and Jeff Kane, actually, it was the first time I met Jeff Kane. Keith, Fish Nerd, he lined up the deal, so I got to meet Keith as well.
Nice.
And we had a day in Madison, just picking up fish tanks and hanging out with some people for the first time. It was actually really cool. But yeah, so I got all these tanks and slowly kind of set them up, one by one. And yeah.
Awesome. It looks like you use the same kind of lid system that I do. I can't remember what that material is.
Yeah,
but
polycarbonate. This is all single wall.
Yours are cut much nicer than mine are.
Yeah, they're just 10-gallon tanks, so I didn't see the extra $40 for double wall.
Exactly. Yeah.
But yeah, I just cut those with a little die grinder, a little cutoff wheel. So I measured them all out and then just zipped them out. So the next tank over here is the ocean blue colony that I have. I originally got these from Max, if I'm pronouncing his last name correctly, Cardenas. But a beautiful, beautiful shrimp. I really like them. A lot of other people do too. It's hard for me to keep any of these to myself. Everybody wants them all. So finally, there was actually a point where I dropped some food in to catch some out, and I had like 3 shrimp come to the front of the glass, and I was like, "Oh,
time to chill on that."
Yeah, so I quit selling them for quite some time, and finally the colony's bouncing back, so that's good.
They almost look like a dark tealish.
Yeah, they're really pretty. I think that female right there is kicking around a bunch of eggs.
Yeah.
Big mama in the front.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a school of Pseudomcgill Aru2 Gertrude rainbows in there as well, which are actively breeding alongside the shrimp. Once in a while you get a baby that pops up in the tank with the parents, but typically I pull them up. You can see there's a little small one floating around in there. One of them that survived, but yeah, typically I'll pull them up, throw it in another tank, or pick the eggs, put them in another tank, depending on what I have available.
Yeah. I love their eyes.
Yeah, any of the Pseudomcgills, they're super cool. Really cool fish. Yeah, they stay nice and small. My favorite thing about the Pseudomcgills is their fins. Their side fins, whatever those are called. I'm not a biologist, but
Their arms.
yeah, I just like how they look like little. I don't know. They're not your typical.
No, it reminds me of the puffers. So
Yeah, kind of.
but they're going the opposite direction.
Mm-hmm. All right, so over here we have just random male guppies from the koi snakeskins. If I start to get too many males in the tank below, I'll just toss a couple up here. That bigger guppy is one that has been picked on and lost his tail at one point, so I put him up here to kind of recover, and that's what it came back looking like. It's a little raggedy. So he's just chilling. There's a couple of yo-yo loaches in there swimming around. The longfin cherry barbs, those came from Brian and Roxanne. Eventually I'm gonna get those guys outside and try and do them in a tub next year. But those guys are really pretty. And then I have a colony of L494s in there. I forget what the common name for those guys are, but they're an ancestris or a hype ancestris. Yeah, that's one of the yo-yos. Yeah,
Hello.
they're big chunky.
Hello, look at me.
Big chunky yo-yos.
You're putting on a show, dude.
But yeah, there's a. You're fine.
It's hilarious.
There's a colony of 494s in there, and then there's a colony of calico bristlenose in here as well.
Those are cool. I like those.
Yeah, there's one of the 494s
Oh, yeah.
there. But yeah, so crypts and pots. A lot of these tanks up here, I keep the plants in pots in case I ever got to pull them out to catch fish.
That's a good
That's actually a
idea.
really good idea.
Yeah, a lot of Anubias that isn't, tied down to the substrate or anything, you can just pop them out.
Yeah.
So yeah, all the plants up here are either floating or potted or just, attached to a piece of wood or something that you can just take out.
Yeah, that's a really good idea though, because otherwise you just end up destroying everything you planted.
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, those are the 494s. Those guys are really cool.
Beautiful.
Yeah, the whole backside of that is just caves, so there's a lot of fish in there that just you can't see at the moment. Yeah, those guys are really neat. Not one you see very often.
I like it. Oh, it's your turn. Oh, that one is even more beautiful.
All right, next door to those, we have my pair of Dutch blue rams that I got from Tristan. They've actually spawned for me 4 times now. Based on the way they've been acting the last couple of days and how I've been conditioning them, so I've been dropping a bunch of white worms in there, always feeding the brine shrimp. But it looks like they are wanting to breed again. At least the male is for sure. The female still isn't.
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah, the female still isn't quite too sure, but yeah, hopefully this 5th spawn I get out of them will be successful, and I can have my hand at raising some of these because they're really pretty fish. They don't look all that great right now because they aren't fired up, but when they're actively spawning, I mean, they're some of the most beautiful fish. They're incredible.
Yeah,
think they're beautiful
I hope the
right now.
camera does them justice. They are stunning.
Trying to get the right angle.
If you want some B-roll, I can send you a video of them spawning.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Yeah, school ember tetras in there is kind of like dithers. Help eat some, the mass amounts of food I put in there to condition them to spawn.
Yeah.
Yeah, the glares up here are incredible.
Oh yeah, that's
Takes
it.
up both sides of the room.
That's every fish
Yeah.
room,
You
right?
know how it goes.
Yeah, this is actually the only tank that I'm doing RO on.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So I use 25% of my tap water, put in with just straight RO, to kind of bring the pH and hardness down a little bit I had to do it for the Barella that I had in here previous, and I'm finding I have to do it with the rams as well. Not that they won't live in the hard water, but to get them to breed successfully. Yeah, the water's got to be a little bit softer than what I have. Oh. But yeah, super fun fish. If you've never bred a dwarf cichlid, I highly recommend it. Their parenting skills is just it's a lot of fun to watch.
Ah, they're so beautiful.
Yeah, they really are.
Very good.
So in this tank, these are the least killies, Heterandria formosa. I got my original colony from Curtis School Aquatics. These guys do really well for me. I get a ton of babies always. I've got a small group of panda loaches in here as well,
Oh, cool.
which those are really neat. Yeah, you can kind of see them bouncing around in there. They're definitely grown, so they're not looking as panda-ish
Right.
as they once did, but still beautiful. And my goal is to try and get these guys to breed as well.
I like the coloring.
Yeah.
Everything's together. Beautiful.
Yeah, nice big algae mat covering the front half of the tank. Pygmies really like going down in it,
Oh yeah.
you know, hunting for little critters.
Yeah.
These guys, the only thing that sucks about the least killies is when you go to try and catch them and take them out of the water, they turn into like this incredibly acrobatic fish that will fly out of your net so fast, and they're so small that, I mean, I'm
Were you gonna know where they went?
yeah, I mean, I might have lost a few just because I don't know where they went. But yeah, so I've learned over time to, as soon as you net them, if they're in the water, they're fine. As soon as you pull them out, they freak. So as soon as you pull that net out, you just gotta
Cap it.
cap the net and avoid that disaster.
Next.
All right, so this is the Scyphia multipunctata. The lighting on this tank is not the best, so I'm trying to see what it looks like without it. Yeah, you can kind of see them all right.
Yeah.
But there's a breeder box hanging above this tank, so you kind of don't really get any light. But yeah, these originally came from Edmotes as well. So it's a Scyphia multipunctata, and they got the Tangisaquaro as the location. You can see the males, they get that nice yellow color to them.
Oh yeah.
Females are pretty drab for this species, but the males are really pretty. When they dance for the females, it's kind of cool. They go like straight vertical, and they'll just kind of like shimmy in the air. It's really neat. So I got a nice little colony of these guys going. I thought at one point that I was going to be done keeping these guys, but I decided to keep them around.
Yeah.
This is just snail. Puffers.
Oh. I like the dots.
Yeah, that's actually a guppy from that tank.
Is it?
Yeah.
Sometimes if the males come out looking weird and I don't know what they're gonna be, I just move them and I put them in a tank because I don't want there to be that chance to
Crap, yeah.
yeah.
Continue.
So if you look in there, there is actually a peacock gudgeon guarding. He might be in there guarding eggs. He's right in this tube here. Yeah, right
Oh, I
there.
see it.
So I don't know if he's spawned in there or not. Let's see. Or if he's just hiding out in there. But yeah, there's a trio of peacock gudgeons in here. I've got 2 females, 1 male. That little short body guy that you see right there in the front.
Yeah.
He's use a special case of a Scyphia multipunctata
Yeah.
that didn't look quite right as he was growing up, so I separated him, put him in the tank next door, and yeah, he ended up being like this weird little
Oh,
short,
that is funny.
weird little short body male Scyphia. Never allow him to breed because that's kind of funky, but
Yeah.
but yeah, there's a bunch of regular bristlenose plecos in here. I got a random guppy. Eventually, I'd like to breed these peacock gudgeons, but I'm trying to slowly in the process of moving on most of these plecos. Yeah, you can see them coming out right there. Moving these plecos, and then I'll be able to better, I guess, set this tank up for the gudgeons.
Oh, it's beautiful. Oh wow.
Yeah, the only plant in there is Java moss. That is just an entire giant clump of Java moss.
That's
Obviously,
awesome.
there's plants coming out of the top of it, but it is just Java moss. There you go. Yeah, sorry, the lighting on these last two tanks is just not where between
Okay.
that breeder box and that breeder box, I just can't have a light right in the front. All right, so this is the bottom row of the 10-gallon rack. I have half black guppies of some sort. I can't remember the exact name, but those came from Mike All Things Fish, one of the more recent auctions. I thought they were absolutely beautiful. The females and males both have that nice half black body with the almost iridescent blue fins. So super cool fish. I have,
like the contrast.
yeah, I've got a bunch of orange rabbit snails in here, the orange Poso rabbit snails. There's actually one down there in the front of the glass that you can see. Have successfully been getting babies from those guys. While they don't produce very fast at all, it is nice to finally see some babies popping up here and there. So that's really cool. A good shrimp to help keep your substrate stirred up. There's a colony of L181 bristlenose, the peppermint bristlenose in there.
Oh,
I got those from Drew, Night Owl.
you just got those not too long ago, right?
Yeah, those are fairly recent. And then there is my group of L236 RB Super Whites, which was one of my holy grail fish. You'll probably not be able to see them, but they are in there.
And what do we have in this one?
Those are the orange koi snakeskin guppies. I actually originally got my colony from Ross, Baltimore. These guys are really cool, really pretty fish. They actually took second place at the Clash this year.
Nice.
So that was a nice little surprise. But there's a group of panda cories in there as well. And then this is where I keep my bare bottom orange shrimp.
Nice.
So there's a bunch of orange guppies, orange shrimp, and
Yeah.
some pandas in there. The color is kind of all
They align.
yeah. Yeah, a nice heavily planted tank for the guppies. So a lot of guppy grass, Anubias, hornwort. It's pretty much all my tanks is just a lot of guppy grass and hornwort.
Females are beautiful.
They are. Yeah, that was the main. I hadn't done guppies in a long time until I saw these, and then I had to get them just because of how pretty they were, and I'm glad I did. They're a really, really pretty guppy.
So I believe I was in the chat when you earned the nickname Bare Bottom Branton.
Okay.
None of these tanks are bare bottom. Do you
That one is.
maybe okay, so one over there. One over there.
Actually, there's one behind you.
Do you care to explain where the name came from?
All right, so
Showed up at a Wisconsin picnic. Street King. No.
yeah. No, so Kyle, as you know, Kyle outside in aquatics, he does the Fishroom Punks cards /
Yeah.
stickers.
Yeah.
So he's got, you know, some creative names for some of his cards, like Nervous Newbie Nick, and, you know, different I guess personas of the fish keeping community.
Mm-hmm.
So it was in the chat, and somebody, whether it be Kyle or somebody else, had mentioned that they needed a bare bottom card.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, my name starts with a B, and I said it in my head. I was like, Bare Bottom Branton. And it sounded kind of, it sounded like it was meant to be. So I put it in chat, and then I guess once I did that, it became eternal.
Yeah.
So that is me now. Yeah. So down here, these are the, they used to be Pseudogastromyzon fangi. Jody would probably kick my butt for not knowing what the new name for these guys are, but they're a type of hillstream loach. Really, really cool.
They remind, so when they have the, you know, the body like that,
Mhm.
it just reminds me of, I'm drawing a blank now.
They remind me of like little UFOs, kind of.
Let's see that. Stingrays.
Stingrays, yeah.
That's
yeah.
what I'm thinking of, stingrays.
But yeah, those guys are super pretty. There's a group of Compoma 42 Endlers that I got from Jesse.
Oh, nice.
In here, they're actually the first Endlers that I've ever owned. So they got, you know, the nice little orange body, black stripe, green,
Yeah.
kind of, you know, your typical Endler look, just in a different pattern. And then, yeah, my group of orange Venezuelan Cories in here that are constantly spawning for me, which is really nice. There's a lot of my magenta mystery snails in here. And if you're wondering what that air stone is, stuck to the side of the tank. So I run sponges in all my tanks, but in the Cory tank, I found, especially the ones that like to lay on the glass, that they like to lay in the flow, as everybody knows, but you can almost get them to spawn exactly where you want if you stick an air stone to the glass where you want them to spawn. So I just stick that air stone right there in the front of the glass, and whenever they lay eggs, I'm either scraping them off the front right here or off the side right behind the air stone. And it just makes it convenient for me. I'm not crouched over, you know, all the way in the back trying to scrape them off somewhere I can barely see, or so it's been working really well. I mean, that is where they spawn. So it's pretty nice.
Well, that's a free tip right there. So I
Yeah.
think we're gonna need a like and subscribe.
Very cool. Love it. This is like such a dream to be in here. Like, so many different fish, so many different plants, and it's just, I love it. Oh, I recognize these guys.
Yep. So this is the Cracodon lateralis.
Lateralis.
I got these originally from Ed Moats as well.
Yeah. So these guys are siblings or
Probably.
relatives of
Yeah.
ours.
Very likely.
Yep.
Yep.
So I got 2 females in here, and then 1 male that is MIA. He's been missing for, this will be the 3rd day. I did notice some fry in the tank, but upon noticing the fry, that's coincides when the male went missing. So I don't know if the female's off him, or, you know, what happened there. There's a group of orange laser Corridoras in here as well.
Yeah, just found way back there.
Yeah, they seem to get along pretty good. Giant colony of cool shrimp in here. Kind of like the Cracodons downstairs. They're just a plaything for the Cracodons, kind of keep them, you know, keep them occupied.
Mm-hmm. Your Cories.
Yeah, the orange lasers aren't the most guess showy Cory. They tend to like to hide quite a bit.
Very cool. All right. Next. Ooh.
So next door here, we've got another Endler strain, Platinum Chili Endlers, I believe is what Mike was calling them. These come from All Things Fish Mike as well. Really cool fish. They've got like the platinum sheen to them. And like a almost all orange body with like really unique tails. The tails are super cool.
I saw one go through and it was like two separate clear comes from the front. And it almost looked like legs.
Yeah, they got like the double sword kind of thing. Some of them got like a flame tail almost. And yeah, really neat fish. There's a colony of orange rilly shrimp in here, which I'm just getting started. Wow, so seeing a lot of babies of them. And then I have a colony of L333, so L333 flecos, Hypensistrus. The King Tiger, I think is the L333.
That one right in there.
Yeah.
That one that's just trying to creep up.
Yeah, there's
in
actually one on the bottom as well.
Oh, I didn't even see that one.
Yeah. They like to hang out in the wood crows. There's one in the cave back there. And then next door is just a big ball of guppy grass. Let's see if you can, if the camera's gonna pick this up. But there are so many snowball shrimp in here that.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. I can see him from back here.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of snowballs in there.
Wow.
A lot of snowballs. There's also a group of Coriodoras with styrbis in here.
Oh, cool.
So those guys are really neat. I've got these big funky snails here. You got the pagoda snails.
Oh, that is cool.
Yeah, so those guys are really neat. I haven't gotten any young ones out of those yet that I've seen.
I've never seen those before.
Yeah, so I'm hoping that they start reproducing for me so I can get ones with pretty shells, because typically when they're, I don't know if these were wild caught and imported or what, but their shells come in all beat up and stuff. So it'd be really cool to get some going and not have their shells all beat up.
Right. That's impressive.
Right here, this one's actually got a decent shell on him.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, go to snails, they're neat.
That is cool.
So these are just like a few buckets, containers, whatever, holding fish. In here, you're probably not gonna be able to see them, but these are all male pygmy sunfish. So I found that the last spawn I had more males than I needed, and to relieve the stress from some of the females, I pulled some of the males out of their tank, and they're just, in there until I can balance the ratio out a little bit better. This is just a tank with plants. Should I ever need an extra space to move a fish or something, I've got it.
Next spawning mop too.
Yeah, I like to keep the spawning mops in there, just kind of I don't know, like they'll collect like mulm and stuff like that, create like a little micro network of goodies. Yeah, yep. You can move them from tank to tank real easy.
Exactly.
In here are the Glitter Galaxy Widefin Medaka.
Those pop.
Yeah. So I've been breeding these guys quite a bit. I got these guys from Cabin Aquatics not long ago. Actually, 4 days after I got these guys, I was already getting eggs on a mop, which is pretty sweet. I don't think any of the females currently have eggs. And yeah, we got some eggs in the mop.
Oh, cool.
There's a couple of eggs there, an egg there.
Eat them.
Miraculous.
So yeah.
Oh yeah, there's some in there.
Yeah, there's a few eggs in that one. So not enough to where I'd want to pull this mop.
No.
So we can just let that sit in there. But
With your mops, do you pull the eggs off, or do you pull the whole mop and throw it somewhere else?
it depends on what I have open. So if I've got, this bucket like this open, I can just take a mop, stick it in there.
Yep.
If I've got, these tanks, that little tank over there open, I can just throw a mop in there. This one here, I've been throwing mops in. These are all those are all the babies from these glitter
Okay.
galaxies. So yeah, eventually I'll have to pull the adults out, because if I keep just sticking mops in there, the adults are going to get bigger and they'll
Right.
eat the freshly hatched ones. Yeah. But yeah, those guys are gorgeous.
That's something.
Yeah, those guys are really pretty. The speckles on the back is typically called the lame.
Yeah.
If you see it, it'll look, you think somebody's calling their rice fish lame.
Yeah.
But, but
It's a French E,
yeah, lame. But yeah, if you want to go down to this tank real quick,
Yeah. This one right here.
yeah, those are actually all the babies. So there's a bunch of young ones in there growing out.
Oh my god.
So you can kind of get a side view of what they look like when they're younger. But yeah,
Oh my god, they're so cute.
I've probably got like over 100 of them in there right now. So yeah, this is the trout gadaid tank. So this is a 29-gallon tank. This is actually the biggest tank in the room. I originally got this colony from Ed Moats.
Yeah.
And the trout gadaids have become one of my favorite fish. They're really cool. There's some gar roof in there, some red garas. There's some Amano shrimp in there with them. There's one bristlenose pleco. There's actually chopstick snails in this tank, which are pretty neat. They kind of resemble MTS, but they're don't breed quite as rapidly, and they get really long and skinny, which I'm guessing is why they're called chopstick snails. But just a really pretty fish. Another fish that, just the natural colorations of them.
Yellow.
Yeah, they're just really pretty. Yeah, super pretty fish. They are very food aggressive, I guess you could call it, like voracious.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So like if you're trying to keep them with something else that is a little more shy, it's probably not going to work out, because these guys are no strangers
Oh yeah.
to just bum rushing the food.
Kind of seems to be a Goodyear trait.
Yeah.
I'm starting to gather. I don't know that I would put too many different fish, even with my Amica splendens, and they don't get anywhere near this big. But they can get nippy, and they definitely are aggressive with the food.
Yeah.
Like how this plant gets its own light.
Yeah. That's actually a red mangrove.
Very cool.
All right, so down here is, I don't know if you can get down in there on that, but this is my blackworm culture. So yeah, quite a decent amount of blackworms in here. A lot of snails as well, but yeah, I really like the blackworms for conditioning fish to breed. It's how I owe it completely to being able to breed my pygmy sunfish to blackworms. And then I know the cories, I find, maybe a day or two after feeding some blackworms and a nice water change, that I'll get some good breeding action. I tried to feed these guys ahead of time. I forgot, so this that food's only been in there for maybe a couple of hours, few hours. It usually takes kind of like overnight, and then the next morning it'll just be that whole dish is just a ball of blackworms. But yeah, if you've never cut blackworms, they're fairly easy. I mean, nothing crazy, just a sponge, nice, well aerated water. Yeah. So up there is the Celestial Pearl Danio colony. Not seeing too many fry nowadays, but for a while there, when the numbers were still a little low, I was actually able to colony breed them, so raise, have some young, raise up in the tank with the adults. But I think once the adults got to be, too much, they were, being picked off.
Yeah.
But yeah, nice cool little colony of CPDs. I've actually got there's an egg collector down there in the corner, and that's one of the Lowell's egg collectors. So using that to collect eggs should I ever want to grow some of these out.
Very cool.
Colony of yellow back Neocaridina in there. These guys are doing really well alongside the CPDs. I know a lot of people think CPDs are, gonna eat your shrimp. While they do, this yellow shrimp colony has done nothing but grow in size since they've been in there. So the shrimp I feel can definitely outbreed the CPDs if they're being predated on. Sometimes I wonder. I keep my fish so well fed that I can get away with a lot of things sometimes that other people can't.
See some blue eyes.
Yeah. So down there, it's kind of a hodgepodge of a lot of things. There's Luminatus rainbows down there. There's Signifer rainbows. There's Daisy blue rice fish. Yeah, just kind of a mixture of various fry that are growing out. Some young orange Venezuelans that I had bred. There's actually a trio of Elisoma gilberti in there. You will not see them, I can guarantee it. But yeah, eventually gonna move these little guys along, and the gilberti will get their own tank. There's actually blue eye lemon bristlenose. There's like 5 or 6 of them in there as well. Young ones that I'm growing out. And then my colony of green jade shrimp.
See the shrimp.
Yeah, so the greens you don't really see unless you get real close to them with the light.
Oh yeah.
So you can kind of
yeah,
you can kind of really see their greens once you get on them with the light.
Yep. It almost blends in with the ground there. That's really pretty.
But yeah, pretty shrimp. Just hard to tell what they are unless you blast them with some light.
Yeah, otherwise they look black.
Yeah.
They do.
And then the breeder boxes up top, on the right, number 2 there, has got some orange Venezuelan Cory fry in there. Let's see, you probably see, you can't really see them move around in there. They're in there. Yeah, you can see them scooting around. And then on the left would be the pygmy corridor fry. So I've got some pygmy corridors in there. These guys. Said it's hard to it's hard to see them in the breeder boxes, but yeah. All right, so the tank down here, I've actually got some. This is where I've got a lot of my young L519 bristlenose plecos growing out. So there's a lot of them in there actually, and I've got a little school of dwarf neon rainbows in there, known as Nania praecox. There's actually a bunch of fry that are surviving in the tank with the adults, which I thought was pretty neat. And then in the breeder box above this tank, I've actually got a bunch of fry separated growing out just in case the parents decided to start eating them.
Oh,
There's also, yeah, there's also some young stir-by cories in that breeder box above you.
Very cool. And then over here.
Over here, those are the man, the name, the Epiplatus Vigati Monrovier or something, better known as the red chin pancheks. So they're a type of killifish. Really, really cool with the barring on their sides.
Yeah.
The males typically get like a yellow in their tail, and they got like almost like a little spike that comes off of it, where the females just stay kind of drab barred like that. But they are colony breeding in there. There's actually a ton. Little fry if you sit in front of this tank for some time and look around.
Oh, this one right there in
Yep.
front of the basket.
Yep. So there's little ones. There's little ones all over in here. Yeah, pretty neat killifish. Easy to breed. Good beginner killie for anybody that's looking to get into killifish for sure. There's also a group of
There's a bunch of babies down here to the right.
a group of hill streams in there that I got from Jody. They are the Aswillia species. I forget the exact name. The gold ring or
Yeah, I saw
something
one
like that. Yeah, they
in
like.
the back.
Yep, they like to hang out on the back glass.
Yep.
And then
Keep going back and forth on that.
colony, a small colony. I think there's 5 super red bristlenose plecos in there as well that are quite young, growing out.
Oh, here we go. It's coming over.
Yeah, there's one of the super reds.
On to the next one.
Got the pygmy sunfish, so the Elosoma evergladei. These guys I have successfully spawned, and a few people have them now from me. Ed actually has a pair of these. I'm curious to see if he's gonna eventually be able to spawn them.
They're beautiful.
But yeah, there's a nice colony in here. They do colony spawn for me. I tried pulling eggs one time, and I got a few fish that I was able to raise to adulthood, but I find they do a lot better in the tank. But as I put that food in there, you can see them.
Yeah.
You can
They're
see them
starting to
all
pop
come
up.
out. They all live in that moss, and yeah, they're just kind of everywhere. The males are like that one, nice black. The females are more drab. But yeah, really cool fish. Another Florida native.
I like it. What do we have up here?
Up top, we've got some guppies that I got from Barbara Jackson.
Yeah.
These were in the benefit auction for Brian and Foxy when they were getting married.
Okay,
And,
yeah.
Hagen Hill, Jake and Katie, they actually won these from the auction, but I like them so much that I asked Barbara if she had any more that she could do on top of what she had done with Jake and Katie, and she said yes. So I ended up getting me a group, and they're really neat. They come out kind of sporadic, so they're not like a real solid line. I believe Barbara said they were California Reds, which some of them kind of come out looking like California Reds, but a lot of them coming out looking kind of Vienna-ish
Yeah.
with the lower sword, which is what I'm going for. I like the pinks and the blues and the kind of leopard skin and the elongated swords on their tails.
Yeah.
But once in a while you get a male like this with like an all red tail, kind of, like that. So those I've been pulling out and putting in this tank down here. You'll see some more of those. Trying to keep those separate, just the ones that I want. Once in a while you get like an all platinum like this guy. He's kind of neat, so I'm kind of keeping him around, seeing what
you can get out
what comes of that. This one was really neat. He's the only one like it so far, but he's got
I noticed that one
right
the
away. Double red tail.
Yeah, that one's beautiful.
Yeah. And then in here is my adult L519 plecos. So there's one right there under that log.
Oh yeah.
Those are beautiful.
Right there. Big Steve actually just got a pair of these from me in the last auction. But they're
baby.
Yeah, there's some babies in here as well. I'm trying to get, so I tossed like 6 or 7 Bloody Mary shrimp in here. I'm trying to get them going in here, on top of what I got downstairs. But yeah, the 519s, they don't want to be found. You're not gonna find them. But yeah, there's like I think 5 full-grown adults in here now that Steve got 2 of them. I was just kind of trying to thin out the adults, the amount of adults that I had in there. So yeah, down here I've got, these are the Kohaku Lame rice fish. I originally got these from Bougie. They were outside all summer in a tub. This is what's left of them. I have sold quite a bit of these already. So yeah, I plan on putting them back outside yesterday, getting rid of some of the smaller ones, raising up some of the smaller ones and getting rid of most of these, but definitely keeping a group for myself. If you see these guys right here, you can tell they look a little bit different. Those are actually rainbow shiners that I spawned.
Oh.
And what's crazy about these rainbow shiners, they spawned right before I sold them to Jesse.
Really?
Yeah, so I managed to hatch 3 of them out of that spawn, and they aren't your typical rainbow shiners. They're actually a gold color, which is kind of bizarre. Yeah. So I'm curious to see what those look like full grown. So I'm gonna hang on to those until they get a little bit bigger.
Very active.
Yeah.
Very cool.
There's one random Luminatus in there. I don't know how he made it in there, but he did.
He's chugging along.
Yeah.
He's quick. Gotta be.
And then
there's some cool tails in here.
Yeah, so this is just some random guppy action going on in here. School of white clouds that I'm gonna put outside in the summer. So they're just hanging out in here. I got a couple of random koi guppies. Like I said, the males get too many in there. I try and spread them out.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, and then this is eventually going to be the tank where only my my pygmy swords are in. So there's a trio of pygmy swords in here that I got from Kyle actually. So yeah.
Very cool.
And then over here is like a little like green water culture kind of thing. You can see these little guys scooting around on the bottom. I got these from Jesse, and I'm not 100% sure. He says they're Daphnia, but they kind of behave like sea shrimp, so I'm not 100% sure. But either way, I've been growing them. I've been feeding them, and the fish really like them, whatever they are.
Are they easy to grow?
Yeah, you just put food in the tank. Yeah, I'll put like a pellet in there and you'll see them all kind of like pile up on it.
Yeah.
It's kind of neat.
Very cool.
Yeah, this tank is just empty.
Just empty?
Yep, in case I gotta throw a mop in there or something.
Yeah. Very, very, very cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, thank you again so much for letting us come in and see the fish room and get a full tour. It was amazing to spend the day with you and your family and have some pizza.
Yeah.
Nothing but good times.
Yeah, no, that pizza was awesome. It was nice having somebody over and being able to nerd out, talk about my tanks, because nobody's really come over ever to do that, and it was really fun. really fun.
Awesome.
Just the act of, I guess, describing what I got going on without, like, in person is a lot different than, typing over the internet. So
Yeah. Well, there's so much stuff here. We could come back and do twice as long of a visit. So maybe that'll be a winter project.
Yeah.
But I do have 2 questions for you before
Okay.
we wrap this up. So kind of on the front end and tail end, like,
All right.
how did you get into the hobby? How did this all kind of start? And then what is the future for Branton Lightcap's channel?
Well, I got into the hobby when I was young. So my mom had a fish tank. She did her best keeping up on it and, trying to keep it going, I guess, but she didn't really know much about fish.
Sure.
I don't know if I wanted the fish or she just thought, I have one brother. She just thought we were going to like the fish and, it was a good idea. But, I kind of had always been, growing up outside a little rural town, playing in the creek and the swamp.
Yeah.
Really liked fish, grew up fishing. So I just really like the outdoors. And fish tanks are a real good way to bring that inside, as well as the house plants. But yeah, so my interest started there, and then as soon as I was able to drive and had a job, I got my own tank, 75 gallon in my parents' basement, and it just kind of took off from there.
Classic.
So as soon as I moved out, I got a town house in Loves Park. Lived there for a long time, and that's kind of where my hobby flourished. Got a bunch of tanks. Was breeding African cichlids for a while. Made a lot of money doing that back when you could sell African cichlids.
Yeah.
You can't give them away anymore, but and then just kind of gradually transferred over to doing not African cichlids and being able to keep plants and stuff like that. Which I have to say I like a lot better. I mean, the Africans are pretty, they're beautiful, they're big, they're mean, and can't really keep plants with them. So this is a lot more interesting for me.
You'd need a lot more space to be keeping Africans.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
So what does the future then look like? So you've gotten to this point, you have an amazing fish room.
Yeah.
Where is it going from here?
The future would be just keep doing what I'm doing. Eventually I would like to expand. Maybe once I get my own place that I'm not renting. Just keep doing what I'm doing. Trying to progress, I guess, on the sales side of things. So, start distributing my stuff more. Not that I'm not already, but it would be nice to have, I guess, to just continually build that up bigger and bigger. Just, I guess, see where it takes me.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, everybody knows who Bare Bottom Branton is, but we'll put the link in the description.
Yeah.
In case any of our 140 subscribers aren't already subscribed to you for some odd reason.
Well,
we'll send them your way.
Yeah, you should break at least 1 million after this.
Oh, well, yeah, I think so. I think we're getting monetized after this one video.
Yeah.
It's all happening for us. All right. Well, thank you again so much for the invite. Really, really appreciate it.
Yeah.
And we'll be back next month.
Next month?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, come here. Okay. It's your turn. I promised you. Bye.
Bye.